clashes with London Welsh at home. They're going away to Bees before returning back to Mill Lane. How important is it to get off to a winning start?
Well, I think it's something we've strived for, and you go through the whole of the pre-season looking forward for a game, and this is the first opportunity to see what you've done has actually paid off. So it's a massive test. I mean, London Welsh are a big club with lots of aspiration, and we're going to go out there on Sunday to win the game first and foremostly. But it'll be a tough fixture for us. But the reality is, it's the first one out of the way, first one of many. Just a good opportunity to see what we've been doing in pre-season has been actually done right.
Much has been made in the press of the amount of young players in the team. How much do you think young players will contribute to the team's success this season, and do you think you've struck a good balance?
Yeah, I think it's enormously sort of important for the future of the club. We've always had a lot of young players. They've always been very high talented individuals who have a lot of development work to go. But from my view, if they're good enough, they're old enough. So the age is not really the thing I look for. They've got to be good players, and we've had a lot of very young, very good players. Andrew Savage is a fantastic example of someone who in the last 3 years has gone from being 18, 19 as a newcomer to being a fairly well-established member of the side at sort of age 21, 22. So the youth in the side is where the exuberance and the energy comes from. We have married that off with a bit more experience this year. James Arledge is a very experienced campaigner, so I think we've got the balance right. But those young guys, they're a challenge, but they're a healthy challenge.
London Welsh have been a great opposition for Nottingham over the past few years, and this season they've demonstrated their financial prowess with a lot of quality signings. What do you think your chances are on Sunday, and do you think money makes a big impact on the success a club can have?
Well, I think in professional sport, I guess it's through all different variants of professional sport. The clubs with the most money, the biggest budgets, tend to be reasonably successful. But with that sort of that investment comes a lot of accountability and a lot of pressure. And I think clubs that spend a lot of money perhaps behave in a different way, and they react to things in a different way, because it's almost that if you've spent the money, then it should come. But actually, the reality is you've got to have a lot of hard work going in behind that. So, London Welsh have made a big statement this year with an aspiration which I think is fantastic for the championship. Quite where that puts us against them, in terms of the reality, there'll be our 15 against theirs, and we're always very confident when we play. We're always very confident playing at home. We have had some great battles with London Welsh over the years, and I expect Sunday to be no different.
Over the past few weeks, you've played some top quality Premiership sides. You've done an RAF tour at an RAF base, and you've even honed your reflexes with Notts County cricket. One question remains: are you ready for the start of the big season?
I think we are. I think the real thing you have to be ready for in our experience from last year is actually the playoffs. Now, pre-season gets us ready to get into the season. We've done things very differently this year based on what we learned last year. So we feel like we're in good shape. We've had a good balanced mixed pre-season. So some tough games, some work on skill. So I guess we'll see how we get on Sunday.